We are alive. We are alive. Oh, cat hair.
Sucks to be you.
Rude.
Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, honey, you're live.
I know. I was waiting for somebody to come on.
Somebody-
Hello. Let me know you're here.
Somebody's watching.
I just popped in. Still glue on my scissors. Hello. Welcome. This is Jeanette from Backroom Creations. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Tell me where you're from. If I don't already know. Hi, Vincent. How are you? Cat's going psycho.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Welcome tonight. No, there's more than two of you here. Let me know you're here. It's not doing too bad. I haven't been wearing my sling very much. I do sleep in it, but it's feeling pretty good. Now tomorrow I'll go to physical therapy and they'll kill me again. I still have to keep it close to me. Hi, Kendi. Welcome. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Jean. Hi, Pat. Hi, Mitch. Woohoo! Mitch got wreath kits. Hi, Jenny. Tonight we're going to make the Patriotic kit that I sold. I still do have 2 left. So they're in the Etsy shop. Floyd will end up putting that link in there. Winnipeg. Working on a wreath. Awesome. So I've already started. I have a new toy. I have an impulse sealer. I did find out that if you have wide foil mesh, it's a no-can-do. So, hi, Pam. Hi, Emily. Welcome. If you guys wouldn't mind spreading the glitter, floating the boat, spread the love, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to make the Patriotic. The Patriotic kit, there were several signs listed that you can choose from. Tonight, we're going to do this one. Real cute. It's one of the ones I made. Most of the signs I use anymore are ours. So you will get 1 roll of blue metallic. You'll get 1 roll of the red, white, and blue border mesh. Y'all know I love border mesh. All your stuff will come in a little baggie. You'll get 25 red pipe cleaners. You'll get 4. Hi, Jean. You'll get 4 cable mounts. I've already got those glued on. I changed from E6000. We're going to try the DAP super glue. I had a couple instances. I don't know if it was the E6000 or if it was because I bought a different brand of cable mounts, but we're going to go ahead and go with Damon's, and you flew the kite. Thank you very much, Kendi. So, and then you also get in the bag, you get 5 yards of 4 different ribbons, which I've already cut the tails. So you get a tricolor that I matched with. It's got glitter. Love the glitter. Some stars, and here's some more stars on some blue, and then some firecrackers and Sam's hats. So that's what we're going to use tonight. That's my leftover. I've already cut up all my tails. They are cut at 13 inches. And your mesh is cut at 19 inches. Now, math says that in a 10-yard roll that has 360 inches, now I put 18 ties on mine. So if you use less ties, like some people only use 12, you can afford to make your mesh go longer. Now, what I will caution you is that not always is there a complete 360 usable inches in a roll. So I always cut mine at 19 just to make sure that I have enough. But if you have less, if you want to put less of these the pipe cleaners on, you can cut more of the mesh. But that's totally up to you. Hi, Joan and Dawn. Hi, Tammy. There's Tracy. Welcome. So I've already rolled most of these. I rolled some blue. I get bored standing here waiting, so I just go ahead and start. I need my little third hand. I spent 2 hours cleaning my craft room today. Now Floyd needs to do the same to his.
He's too busy.
He's too busy. He don't let me help make signs. He says the room's too small. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hey, Sandy, we're making a kit. So if you just jumped on, you're going to cut your mesh at 19 inches. You have 18 pipe cleaners that are about 4 1/4 inch apart. 10 on the outside, 8 on the inside. And then I'm going to show you, if you'll take down the camera, please, sir. Hi, Linda. I'm Mary. So now it's evening, Mary. I got to start going to bed earlier. I think I'm going back to work next week. Cross my fingers. Not that I really want to go back to work, but, you know, I just soon stay home and craft all day. But that don't always pay the bills. So 19 inches. And we're just going to roll. We're going to fold it over 1, 2, and 3. How big you make your rolls is up to you. I like mine to at least be able to stay around. I don't want it to come and look like it's coming undone. And then you scrunch up the middle. You should have a very small butterfly or a bow tie, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Sandy, you text me if you got any problems. You got my number. So then we're going to start on the outside, and I alternate my colors. So the next set, red on the bottom. Okay, if you want to get really creative, you can kind of pull these apart, kind of crisscross them. It'll make it even fuller because it'll get full as you start crunching them in there and getting them in there. You're welcome, Sandy. I'm going to kind of miss being home. I always wake up in the middle of the night. I'm up for about an hour and a half. I get on the computer, get on Facebook, do something, go back to bed, and then I get up at like 8. I won't be able to do that when I go back to work.
Yeah, I know you were up at 2 o'clock this morning.
Well, how do you know what time I was up?
Did you woke me up?
I woke him up.
That's why I'm crabby.
He's always crabby.
That is not true.
So as we start doing it, these will start filling in. Use some of these up and get them out of our way. Now you don't have to use, you know, something like this. I always like to have a lot of my stuff prepped before I start making my wreath. It seems to make it go a lot faster. You know, you could get some, I just use clothespins. Just make sure that you're tightening down that pipe cleaner really tight. Okay? Like I didn't do there. So about 2 times, like 1.5 times, make sure you turn it. Hi, Linda. How are you? I'll show you here in just a minute. Get a little bit of these out of the way. I don't like to keep you guys on a live much more than, you know, hour and 15 minutes.
Well, you're no phone.
Well, everybody's got stuff to do. So always make sure that this particular one, we're doing it with the curl up. I always fold it over about 1.5 inches. So we fold it over and then go 1, 2. That will make it a nice curl in there. So it's not going to come undone. So you can use a chip clip. Like I said, I use clothespins. If they break, you just throw them away. No biggie. Got to bag them 50 or something from the Dollar Tree. And then put your thumbs down like this. It's almost like you can just like fold it like a fan. And then you got your butterfly. Oh, you got your dad home? Great. We just got his dad home Saturday. I stayed home because
I know the feeling, Linda.
his dad was grumpy.
I don't blame him.
So I just stayed home.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie. How are you? So make sure you're about 1.5 times.
Oh, Dawn used her wood burner for the first time today.
Ooh, did you get down all them little squares? That's why I bought an impulse sealer.
Are you cutting mesh with it, or are you making pictures with it?
Hi, Ellen. Welcome.
I was going to do something. I don't remember what it was now.
I don't know. I'm not up in that mine. That's a scary place.
You have no idea.
Hi, Jen. How are you? So fold it over about 1.5 inches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. It gives you enough to make a nice curl. And then if this bothers you, being able to have it, you know, flop up and down, take a phone and put on it. Or your remote or anything. And then it'd be easier to scrunch it up the middle. I remember when I first started watching lives, Laura Jean used to always use her TV remote. It was so funny. So Floyd put the link there. We have a couple kits left. We still have a couple farmhouse kits. I actually sold a breast cancer awareness kit the other day. So they're buying kits. And y'all want to see what I made in the group the other night. So we had to actually do this in 2 parts because it was so huge. This thing is big.
Hang on, everybody. Hold on to your hats.
Switch back cameras a minute.
You know it doesn't work like that.
I'm sorry.
There's a delay.
Sandy, you can cut it with scissors. I have a rotary cutter.
Oh, yeah, you don't need a wood burner, Sandy.
You don't have to do it with a wood burner, no. So I have a rotary cutter and a self-healing mat. But if you are just starting out, you're only going to make a couple kits, and you just want to do it with scissors, that's fine. I would just put some weight on it so you make sure that you're cutting it straight. You're making 4th of July? Great. So here is what we did in our private group. It's a butterfly frame. First time I've ever made one.
Hopefully the last.
Oh, great, Myra. So this is I got the frame from a wholesaler, and I said, we're just going to try it. So I ended up doing half on one private live, and then I did the other half. I just popped in, and whoever was there was there. So thanks, guys. But this thing is huge. It is over 36 inches long, and it's about 26 inches tall. So I think my granddaughter's going to get it for her wall because this thing's not going on a door. And I just used flowers and styrofoam in the middle. But it is big. I did not realize that it would turn out that big. And if you don't have one of these or any kind of this is a Bodabra or anything to hold your mesh, you don't have to. So what you can do, like Sandy, it's the first time she's making a kit, put one mesh in, and if you can't hold it, or if you can hold it, put another one in, and then cross over your pipe cleaners and twist while you're holding it real tight. So you don't have to have something like this. It's not mandatory. Thanks, guys. So if, in another way, if you can't hold both of them, so the biggest thing with your pipe cleaners is that you don't want to twist them up. You can switch cameras. Keep twisting them up because then you'll cause spaces between your materials. Hi, T. So if we put our red one in and just give it a half a twist just to hold it enough, and then we can put our blue one on top.
I'm going to insert the link. Jeanette already had all of her stuff prepped for tonight's live for the kit. We do have a video on our Facebook page that Jeanette covers how she preps everything to put together the kits. And here is the link.
It's a video called Let's Get Prepped. It was just a tape tutorial. I wasn't live. So it just shows you how I cut the mesh and cut the ribbon.
It is in our video section. We don't delete anything. Thank you for sprinkling tea.
Thank you. So Floyd helped me make some ribbon boards. There are some available to purchase in Etsy and other websites.
Yes, Tracy, we hit 50 viewers.
Oh, we did great. Woo, there it went. So I seen Lori from Hardworking Mom when she first started. She used a piece of cardboard that she had wrapped in duct tape, and then we evolved 2 pieces of wood. Now you just have to remember, if you do over a piece of wood, you have to remember the thickness of the wood is going to be added to the length of your ribbon tail. Or you can lay them out on next to a ruler and just cut them at 13 inches. But the big thing you want to do is, so our ribbon tails are dovetailed, chevron, whatever you want to call it. So to dovetail one, you fold it in half. This is our fold. These are our edges. And you're going to, about a 45-degree angle is what I cut mine. So you're going to cut it, and then you get a chevron. If you cut it the other way, double peak. So you got to make sure that you're cutting on the folded side up. Now, the deeper that you cut it like this is how deep your chevron would be. I'd like to do it about a 45-degree angle. So you can cut your ribbon tails out on the mat. Just cut them each 13 inches. My first few wreaths, that's what I did. I would just literally cut it out, roll it out next to on my mat, and I just kept cutting it however long I wanted them. So if you're here and you haven't spoke or said anything, you got to comment, because here's a little robot. In a little bit, it's going to pick a name for every 50 viewers that we get. We give a giveaway, but you got to make a comment. So even if you just say hi, if you're back there lingering and you're not.
Connie M in the house.
Oh, Miss Connie.
Oh, we got a newbie. Hi, Patty. Welcome.
Hi, Patty. Welcome. We're making a kit that I sold. It's a patriotic kit. So make sure that you comment if you're here. Sometimes I give ribbon. Sometimes it's a sign. A lot of times it's a sign. Ask Tracy.
Good evening, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Amy says, love anything patriotic.
I don't know, because we see 52 right now, Jen. I'm not sure.
Patty says, love the butterfly wreath.
Thanks.
Everybody's talking now.
Yep. Welcome to the party. So I rolled it about 3 times.
Yeah, we've actually been over 50 for a while because we also include
YouTube.
The YouTube viewers.
So we are on YouTube as well.
See, it's been a crazy day today.
It has. We
had to go assemble our grid wall for the new store that we're going into. And apparently there's a discrepancy over how much space that we were told we were going to get and what's marked out on the floor.
Because it's a remodeled building.
Used to be a tire shop.
Yeah, that used to be a tire shop.
Now it's going to be a farmer's market. Hi, Roz.
Hi, Roz. How are you?
Had to go out to Mom and Dad's today and do some stuff for them because They just got back home Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, to those of you that have talked about my dad and his squirrels in the lives before,
We found them both. Yay.
one of them's a mama again. She had babies.
He couldn't find the one, and here she'd had babies.
In my mom's important papers box.
Oh, it was cold and rainy. Yuck. It was chilly here, but still sunny.
Well, it still got up into the mid-60s.
Yeah, it was 60 the other day, though, and I still had a sweatshirt on.
Roxanne, I almost didn't recognize your post. You didn't use all caps.
Yes, I am getting ready. My door hanger is already on the front door. I'm skipping over summer, and I'm just going to go red, white, and blue.
Sandy, don't forget that the Fresh the Market opens May 1st, and then we are going to be out in the alley for Art on the Alley on
May 2nd.
May 2nd, the next day. So it's going to be crazy.
So here's the outside. Now, it looks a little weak.
Oh, Amy, where are you at that it's supposed to snow tomorrow?
Yuck.
We don't allow 4-letter S words on
Those are bad words.
Yeah.
So it looks a little weak, but once we get our mesh on the inside, it'll start filling out.
There you go, Roxanne. Now I recognize
She's
it.
back.
Dawn wants to know what kind of mesh the blue one is.
It's just a metallic mesh. Just straight metallic. It's got little thin foils in it. It's a step above what they call basic mesh. Basic mesh will just have the straight color.
We're safe. Amy's in Iowa.
Okay. So here's a basic mesh. See how it just doesn't have any foil in it? It's just the orange.
Well, that ought to go through the impulse sealer really nice.
Oh, yeah. I don't use this a whole lot, but I do it like if I do a bundle of curls. Sometimes I'll use just basic mesh. It gives it just a little bit different dimension, and it's also $1 cheaper. So,
hi, Lindy.
Hi, Lindy Lou. Lindy's on vacation.
Hey, Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
Better late than never.
Squirrel.
The bad thing about my dad's pet squirrels is when she has babies, she
Snowing
is
in Wisconsin.
Mean.
Oh, my stepdaughter Jill will be glad that she just moved back from Wisconsin in January.
I still have a daughter out. Courtney's still out there.
So we're going to go in the middle so we can start with any combination that we want now. Vacay.
Emmy's coming to our side of the state first week of May.
Are you really? How close are you getting to us? So I can start anywhere. Now I want to start somewhere maybe where the blue's on top, like right here. Won't be perfect, but you try. Oops, I pulled the wrong one.
Peggy says they're calling for snow on Wednesday in Western New York. I did not want to hear that.
Diane, I go on public lives on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and on Wednesdays at 6 Eastern Times. I do have a private group that we go on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So there it'll start filling out a little bit better in the inside. Here in a minute. Hi, Laura. We'll start putting our ribbons in. I don't know what I'd do without my clothespins. I love my clothespins. You can use chip clips, you know, from the Dollar Tree. Or clothespins. You just want to make sure that you get your pipe cleaners really tight, because that will make your mesh, see how it's starting to stand up. I just have to keep looking to make sure what I put.
Debbie, I didn't want to hear that.
What?
Snow's predicted for Cincinnati, too.
Bite your tongue, girl.
Oh, I'm with you, Amy. I am so over this weather.
Especially when you got arthritis.
Anna says, my comment scrolled on me. I didn't get a chance to read it. The red border mesh is really nice.
Thank you. I love border mesh. And if I can, if it fits into the design and it's available, when I do kits, usually one of the meshes is a border mesh.
Oh, Roxanne, the squirrels are in the house. They're house pets.
They're called sugar gliders.
Flying squirrels.
Flying squirrels, they also are known as. They don't really fly, but like they jump.
And they glide. That's why they call them sugar gliders.
They got they're
Wendy
like
says snow's predicted here too.
Oh shush. So they have like webbing underneath their arms to help them glide. It's almost like a bat type thing, but not a bat.
Bat.
Well, you don't.
They do bite though.
I don't know. I stay away from them. I don't like them. It is almost May. We do not need any snow.
I better not have snow on my birthday. I will be so angry.
It's Floyd's birthday. It's the 30th.
Don't be telling people that.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to send me presents.
His grandson's birthday is also that day. He'll be 13. So 1 year he spent at the hospital.
Yep, my 40th birthday I spent in the maternity ward.
Yep.
Everybody's calling for snow.
Yuck.
I agree, Jen.
See that back and forthness? That just kills me.
That's really hard on those of us with arthritis.
I have arthritis in my neck and my hands, and
that's why my knees are killing me today.
Yeah.
Well, that and carrying 400 pounds of salt for the water softener didn't help.
You had to go get some soft
water
softener.
Thank you, Amy. Linda.
No. That is one thing we do not share. You keep your bad weather to you.
Pam says we had snow here last May.
Pam?
Why is my phone going?
And I can remember the year that I mowed my grass in December. See how this is starting to fill out though? And you can always, if you like to do the poof method with 21-inch mess, you can always put like a white or a natural color underneath this, and it'll make it a lot bigger.
Oh, tea froze again.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. My dad finally got his wish and got to go back home and was greeted by his internet modem.
He was complaining his internet was out. They have and they have to have satellite.
Yeah, they live out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it's only 4 miles out of town, but it's like
it's in the boonies.
They don't even take the DSL down the road because it's like off the beaten path. So
it's crazy.
We got one more that we're going to roll. Patty, there's 18 pipe cleaners on it. 10 on the outside and 8 on the inside. They're about at 4 1/4 inches apart. The mesh is cut at 19 inches.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I don't
know. Illegal as pets.
Well,
maybe there. I mean,
I was going to say it probably depends on the state.
Yeah.
Dad bought his in a pet store. So.
Yeah. You're welcome, Patty.
Midge said it was 92 and sunny here in Southern California today. It's going to be in the low 60s on Wednesday, which is her birthday. Happy early birthday,
Happy
Midge.
early birthday.
Oh, we're going to get to have a birthday party in a private group.
See where I'm at here.
You squirreled, didn't you?
Well, no, I lifted it, so I'm not sure where I was at. There we go. So if you're starting out and you're interested, I do have the private group. It's called the Backroom Glitter Gang.
Already posted the link.
Oh, well, he's already posted a link. We do different things like that butterfly. I try to find some unique stuff. They've already got me a calendar going of things that we've talked about that we're going to do.
Yeah, Mom and Dad are back home now.
No, Lindy, I think I go back next week.
She goes back?
Only because my FMLA ran out.
Well, you know.
Or else I'd just stay home.
Well, you can stay home and I can go back to work.
Okay.
I don't make as much as you. I made almost as much as you.
With overtime. There we go. Do we have one more?
I bet you do.
Or did I skip one? Or did I just cut one?
Poor Sandy's probably sitting at home watching this live going, the hell am I supposed to follow that?
No, I just had an extra one cut. So, sometimes you can get an extra one cut, sometimes you can't. I don't like a hole here. So, if you can get an extra one, if you have an extra set, or
Doris, I'm going to be 53 this year.
Yep. Haha, he's older than me.
Oh, yeah. What is the word for the drawing?
Oh, we don't do a word for the drawing. You just have to have commented. Thank you. So you have 2 extra pipe cleaners. If you have an extra set, I'm going to show you what to do with them. That's why I cut mine at 19 inches.
Linda asked. Oh, I can't even see.
No, I have not made any wreaths with a 6-inch mesh. Is it? It's not Dollar Tree mesh, is it? Or is it? I don't know what to do with it. They have a mesh ribbon. I think it's only 4 inches though.
I cannot answer that for you.
Oh, it's a 6. Okay, so mine's 5.5. So it's probably like this. And then I also have, this is only like 2.5, I think.
The narrow mesh is really good for garland.
So what I do with these is I use it for like ribbon and garlands, like making poofs through the garland because it's stiffer than just a regular ribbon, usually. But that's what I use it for. I have seen people make little ruffles with these. They cut them like about 30 inches long, and they just ruffle up the middle and tie it, and makes like a nice poofy little ruffle. And they stick them on top of like a poof or a couple ruffles or something like that. I've seen them do that.
Sandy said she might just bring the kit back and let you make it.
Aww.
Just kidding. She's actually following you really well.
Good. You can always text me if you got questions.
He says we give out really nice litter mail. We do. States where sugar gliders are illegal to have as pets.
Well, we are not one of them.
No, we are not.
So, I can get my fingers working. You take a pipe cleaner and you go across. Okay, and take another one and make a crisscross. And you can do this with a lot of wreaths where you want to attach extra mesh in the middle. I don't like the hole in the middle of my deco mesh wreaths. Because if you want to put your sign in the middle, if you want to put embellishments in the middle, it just it creates a black hole. So what we're going to do is we've done a crisscross right here because we're going to get this hole to go away. Now you will need an extra pipe cleaner or zip tie or something.
And that's why she gives extras in her kit.
So you will fasten it down. So normally our pipe cleaners would go up like this, but you're going to fasten it the opposite way. And you're going to make a little bundle like this. So this is the bottom, because normally you would be up like this on our wreath. We're going to do it like this. And you just spread out some of that mesh in the middle.
Linda asked, do you remember where you got the border ribbon?
Sims Pottery. But Trendy, the only one that has the red, white, and blue right now that I have found is Sims Pottery. You do have to have a vendor's license. But Trendy Tree and the Wreath Shop usually carry a lot. Deco Exchange does have some, but if you go to Deco Exchange, I'd appreciate you using Shop Like Jeanette. It's my affiliate link, and I get just a few pennies kicked back. It helps me buy stuff to keep doing lives. So I just attached it to this cross member. And then I kind of just pull up the side mesh and stuff that down in there. So now this is all completely filled in. Wherever we want to put any embellishments, our sign, our bow, it won't look like it's cattywampus. Okay. Any questions this far?
T said she really enjoys being in the private
Thank
group.
you, T.
Everyone should join. Amy said she has a Patriotic Wreath started. Needs to add some embellishments, but can't seem to find anything she likes.
I have bought.
Linda says she has a vendor's license with Sims.
Yep.
And Amy said she found that red, white, and blue. I hate that my comments scroll so fast. Can't even read them.
Well, mine's not scrolling. So I know this one came. It was either the Wreath Shop or Sims. I didn't write on it. These were from last year. I think they were from Michael's. No, Hobby Lobby. Got a little hat. Just got some little, I call it grass. Oh, thanks, guys. Got these at Hobby Lobby. Nope, these came from Sims. There's some glitter. So whatever, you can add tons of stuff to your. I even took I bought some styrofoam stars, and I painted them, and while the paint was wet, I sprinkled them with glitter. So there's lots of things that you can do. Aren't the popsicles cute? I found some red, white, and blue popsicle ribbon tonight. I can't remember where from, but I was gonna order some so I can put with the popsicles. Okay, so here we have this. So in the beginning, I don't put ribbon tails in the middle. I stopped doing that a couple months ago because sometimes where you put your sign, your ribbon tails get in the way, and it just makes them look like they're sticking out from underneath your sign because it's squishing them. Also, where you put your bow. Why do you need ribbon tails where you put your bow? You really don't, because it's just going to cover them up. So I stopped putting ribbon tails in the middle until I'm completely done decorating. Then if I have any pipe cleaners that are sticking out in the middle, I will go ahead and cut some ribbon for those. So I cut 5 of each one, whatever you're matching up. I would match these two together. This one has stars and this one has stars. So I wouldn't put the stars together. But if you want to, you do you. It's your wreath.
I'm going to be 53, Tracy.
He's older than me. Thanks, T. So I usually pair mine up and I have them all folded. If you've ever watched me before, I usually have a stack of my ribbon tails like this. It serves 2 purposes. I have before got my ribbon tail matches mixed up. Then I had to undo them and fix it, and it was a mess. It also helps you find the middle. So here's your middle. And then I just fold it like a little fan, scrunch it up, however you want to call it. And then we're going to make this. And then you're going to fold it down and make like a little birdie. The reason you do that, when you go to put this in the pipe cleaner and it's all flipped up like this, it won't lay right. So there's 2 ways to put your ribbon tails in your mesh. I V mine. I just take my finger and tilt these down. And this is how I put my tails in. You can just put them in straight and then crisscross them. I used to do that too. But I V mine. I usually give about 3 twists to make sure that everything is in there before I cut my pipe cleaners off. Now I do leave, if you can see that, I'll leave a little bit of my pipe cleaner up because if you would make a mistake and you've cut that off flush, A, you're going to have a really hard time fixing your mistake. And B, when you cut it off flush, if you haven't twisted it enough, it can come undone and your ribbon tails and everything falls out. So I just take it and then I just bend it down under the ribbon. And then you don't even see it.
Roxanne, I already have a cane back from when I had my knee surgeries. I don't think Jeanette would allow a stripper in the house.
No. I don't even know why we're talking about that. Can you scroll my comments?
Roxanne's the one that brought it up.
So if you saw how I push my finger up underneath there, that just helps the ribbon to poof out, to lay right. And then I alternate my ribbons.
Thanks, Tracy.
You think he needs coal?
It's not Christmas. It's my birthday.
You know, we had our anniversary at the end of March. I always take vacation.
Go ahead. Tell them what I got you for your anniversary.
So every year for our anniversary, you know, one year I got a gun, you know, different things. So I don't know, with COVID, and we always go out to eat at Red Lobster. That's my favorite place. We both like seafood. But this year I'm like, do we have to go to Red Lobster? And he's like, no. Because he's always like, whatever you want. So I'm like, can we just go shopping? So we went shopping at Hobby Lobby for our anniversary.
We won't discuss what she spent.
He goes, it'd have been cheaper if we went to Red Lobster.
Absolutely, it would have been cheaper.
But I got so many fun, cool things. I love Hobby Lobby. So we're going to alternate our ribbon pairs.
Yeah, so you guys need to go to our website and buy a whole bunch of signs so that I can recoup the money that I spent at Hobby Lobby.
If your ribbon starts to fray, just give it another little just trim. Some of the ribbons, when you mess with them, will get a little fray parts. No biggie. Everybody wants to talk about the finished wreath and how good it looks. But there are some things that happen along the way between your mesh or your ribbons. I have used a lighter on the tips of my ribbons just to melt the thread so it doesn't look frayed. Not very many people will talk about that because they're like, oh, you can't tell people you took a lighter to their wreath. And I'm like,
Tracy said she thought that we were going to say that I got you a fishing pole.
I already have 2 or 3. I don't get to go fishing very much. So we're just going to go around and put all of our tails on the outside. Does anybody have any questions up until this point?
Doris, the closest Hobby Lobby to us is up in Worcester.
Worcester. Make a day trip out of it.
Kelly said she'd be afraid she'd catch it on fire.
Nah, you just kind of like just barely hold it near it, and it like this one right here.
You should always have a fire extinguisher in your craft room, Kelly.
We have one on Floyd's down the hallway.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Jeanette. Oh, here we go.
So I use one of these. See how that's frayed right there? Like the thread is just coming out a little bit. That's all I do. See? You don't even have to get it really close to it.
But see, Amy, that's the best part. Fishing is boring. You just got to sit there.
I used to, when I worked midnights, we'd put the kids to school, and then we'd go fishing for a couple hours before I went to bed. Half the time I'd be asleep in my chair. So if you're local, don't forget about Art in the Alley on May 2nd from noon to 5.
Kelly says there's no room for a fire extinguisher. Mounted on the wall.
Mounted on a wall.
I actually have mine zip tied to my shelving unit.
Yep.
One of my shelving units. It's right there beside the door. Easy access.
Told my son where it's at, just in case.
Yeah.
I can't sit. I can't sit and make wreaths. Now I did sit when I went to I did a wreath class for 2 people, and I did sit there because we sat at the dining room table and did it. I stood up for some of it, but that's why when we built my counter, I said I just want it like counter length or width or height.
Jody said fabric glue works too. You can get it at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. People put Mod Podge on the end of theirs, or.
All right, our winner is on the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Anna Liebran, you are our winner. So I hope you're still here watching. I need you to send us a message to Backroom Creations through Messenger. Don't put it on the comments. I need you to send us your address so I can send you some glitter mail.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
Oh no.
What?
They better not put Lindy next to us at Art on the Alley.
Why not?
I'll go home.
I'm going to tell Debbie that she's got to put her right next to us.
I don't think Debbie's in charge of that per se. That's Wilma.
Well, then I'll email Wilma. Do you have a pop-up? A 10 by 10? I ordered one.
See, Roxanne knows. Glitter mail.
Glitter mail. Everybody should like glitter mail.
No, we don't actually mail glitter.
I thought about it though. When I first started, I'm like, I wonder how much people would get mad if I actually put glitter in there. So the note has a glitter background.
Time to turn the ticker off. Not that I can really see it anyway.
It's kind of small. So you just keep. Now, if you wanted to, you could take, like I said in the beginning, you could take your
Lindy's got a Kingsford charcoal tint.
So you could just crisscross them like this, and then I just take them and like I call it tuliping. You can just like turn under your ribbon. I used to do that, but I like it this way better.
Tracy, what do you mean we need to be accommodating to everyone? What did I do now? Amy said that would be awesome. Put some glitter in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. The background on my page that I send out it's a glitter background.
There's no fun in it being in a Ziploc bag. What are them big metallic things that
Betty?
We could get some of that. Dollar Tree sells that, don't they?
I think so. You can get confetti with your like your initials or your logo.
Debbie Tompkins wants to know if you're going to be making any of your centerpieces with the paint stick.
Oh yes, about due to have one of those made.
For one of those.
Yep. I know we're scheduled to make one in the private group, but I will make one in the public group too. I think I'm going to make I think last year I made 4th of July, so I think I'm just going to make a summer bright colored to match the wreath.
Hi, Faye. Better late than never.
Hi, Faye.
Lindy says she has a friend that loves to send loose glitter in the mail.
I think it would be funny.
As long as you didn't put too much.
No, just a few.
Just a pinch.
Yes, Floyd does bubble wrap it all nice. He is the shipping department.
And Tracy, I'm grumpy every day.
He is. That's
what Jeanette says. I'm grumpy every day.
He's grumpy. I tell you what, his dad was really grumpy the other day. Of course, we just picked him up from the hospital.
He was hungry.
And they didn't feed him.
They didn't feed him for 2 days.
He's like, I don't care where you go. I want a hamburger.
Rainbow centerpiece.
A rainbow centerpiece? I'll do that one in the group. Because I think I still have some mesh that I used when I made a Pride.
Got some bike rims and some.
Oh yeah. I got one I can paint.
One's already pink.
Yeah, I painted that one last year.
We got all kinds of cool stuff hanging over there on the wall. We can make.
I got a huge wall behind the camera. I've got it doesn't even have my candy canes or my pumpkin frames up there. I put them in storage. But definition of hangry.
Absolutely he was.
Oh yes, he was. The bad thing was the next day he was still hangry.
He's still grumpy.
He's grumpy anyway.
We have some Unique in the Creek boards we're going to be doing.
Yep, I got a Unique in the Creek board. I got heart frames I want to do a butterfly with. I've got 8-inch frames, 12-inch frames, 14-inch frames, 18-inch frames.
Oh, we have another first timer, Jean. Welcome, Jean.
Welcome, Jean. Hi, Jean. She's from Buggy Bunker.
Dollar Tree is starting to carry bike wheels.
What?
Well, that'd actually be cool if you could get a bike wheel for $1.
Yeah, really. I told my son, who he likes to ride his BMX bike, I'm like, if you guys have any wheels, that they don't want.
They don't have to be in.
Don't have to be in great shape. They just have to be aluminum. Got one more tie. It's a cell phone that spits glitter.
I think it's just a package. I don't know. Maybe.
Dollar Tree. I like Dollar Tree. I get my they have these 2.5-gallon Ziploc bags that I keep a lot of my supplies in.
So she didn't comment. After we announced who the winner is. So I'm gonna run the little ticker one more time.
So Anna Liebram, if you are still here, you are our winner. I need you to send me a message with your address so I can send you some glitter mesh. Wasn't on YouTube, was
Tracy said, yep, they are very thin spoke. We didn't have any comments from YouTube this time.
No.
Yeah, the Dollar Trees around here don't have hardly anything in them either.
I ordered 2 cases of wreath frames when they stopped being on back order.
I mean, they don't have hardly any flowers. They don't have any wreath frames.
So here's our wreath. We don't have anything in here. But we're going to put a sign and a bow, and we'll see if we have any empty spaces.
Tracy said they were in the Birmingham, Michigan area.
I used to live in Michigan. My first husband was in the Air Force. I lived on there. I need you to go to the messenger on Backroom Creations and send me your address, and I'm going to send you some glitter mail.
It'll be a surprise.
Yep, it's a surprise. Right, Lindy? It's a surprise, not a surprise. So the cable mounts that we put on, you can put them this way or you can put them this way. It doesn't really matter. Just put it through and then wrap some around. Now, some people will tell you to put the whole pipe cleaner through like this, but I don't need 8 places to tie it down. And plus, if your wreath, not necessarily this one, but if your wreath would get really, really thick, you need as much pipe cleaner as you can get. So here's our sign. We're just going to lay it there for now.
I got an awesome idea for glitter mail.
Uh-oh. He's getting an idea for glitter mail.
Hey.
You're welcome, Anna. Put that down. That's part of my kit.
Oh, well, I get to roll off another shelf.
Just stay off that count. Just stay off of that.
What about that?
Maybe. So.
Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann. I always dovetail my ends when I start out, just so I don't forget any. You can just
a wreath behind my head. I was like, what in the world is
drop it all down there. Now you can make a funky, you will have, doing it this way, not putting all the ties in the middle. Let's see here how much ribbon you'll have left. I've actually got a yard.
Yes, Jean. She designed the sign and I physically make them.
There's one. There's two. There's three. So 3 yards and 10 inches of ribbon left. So you can make a very long tail bow, which I think that's what I'm going to make this time. So we're going to make, we're going to go with a 14-inch tail. Long, long tails. Yeah, Jean, we make most of our signs that I put on my wreaths. I have a few left over from buying stuff before we started making signs, and I'll use them once in a while.
We do. We've also been known that if we see something really cool on Etsy or some other creators that make their own signs, we do buy signs from other creators as well.
So I put my hand down at the 6-inch mark. Here's a 6. This is an easy bow maker. You can also make a bow with the Bowdabra. I put my hand there. It tells me what size loop I'm going to make. I can make bows by hand, but I really prefer not to, just because it hurts my fingers. So I just scrunch it down like this because I have a hard time flipping 2.5 inches of ribbon.
Faye, it's a 14.25-inch Dollar Tree wreath form.
Yep.
I'm just answering questions for you.
You could use a 12-inch if that's what you had. You can just cut the mesh a little bit longer if you use less pipe cleaners. So we'll make another set of loops at 6 inches.
Hi, Deanne. Better late than never.
Hi, Deanne. And I'm still going to have ribbon left over. I'm going to go with 3. We'll see if I have room for 3. Just make sure your twists are very, very all the way twist. You can't twist it halfway. It's big important to make sure that all your loops are the same size. That's why I like the Easy Bow Maker. So this time we're not going to twist because we're going to go ahead and end this one. I just used the previous tail. And dovetail.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Jean, yes, we do sell kits. I will post the link right now to the kits that we currently have available, and we add new ones all the time.
Oh, I only put 2 on this side.
What'd you do that for?
I don't know. Ignore this next part because I'm going to cheat.
Oh.
I got to talking and didn't put another loop.
Amy says she just can't seem to get off the struggle bus with bows. She keeps she'll keep trying, though. One of these days she'll get it.
I do have a bow tutorial that I did. It's been a while ago. So I cut my ribbon before I made the 3rd bow over here. So I just made one and stuck it in there. There's always ways to fix things because I got the yakking. And I always use a clothespin on this particular bow maker to hold my ribbon down. There we go.
Her shoulder's doing pretty good, Mary, other than days when she has to go to physical therapy and they wear her out.
Physical therapy kicks my butt. Okay, so we got 3 loops on each side. Now we're going to use this one. Go the same, what did I say, 12 inches?
Ross says her granddaughter, who's 8, says if you make a mistake in crafting, you can always fix it. We don't have mistakes.
We have happy accidents.
Yeah, we have. Whoa, Tracy. Who's being the grumpy one now?
Okay, so we pinch, and then I twist before I put mine in my bow maker. Some people will just pinch, put it in here, and then twist. Either one is perfectly fine. So our next set of loops are going to be about 5.5 inches, and we're only going to do 2. So we had 3 here, and then we're going to go 2. It's either called a 3-2-1 bow or a drama bow because it's got long ribbons, tails. Make sure I count my loops before I cut my ribbon. Tracy's my friend.
I cannot believe that you're doing this to me, Tracy, after that amazing sign that I made just for you.
He did. Because normally I pick out what goes out in glitter mail, but he says, I'm doing this all by myself. I said, okay. He made that sign just for you. I haven't even listed it yet.
And you're going to treat me like that. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
That's all right, Tracy. You wait till the next time.
I'm doing okay, Lily. Thank you.
You wait till the next time I mail you something.
Uh-oh. He's going to send you a box of rocks. Okay, so this one we're not going to twist.
I'm a true cuddle bug. Thank you, Roz. Roz has got my back.
So we're going to have a little bit of ribbon left over with this one. If you wanted to, you could make a little funky bow and put it somewhere else on your wreath. We'll see how much we have of the other ones. I kind of spread my ribbons out, my loops as I go. I used to when I first started making bows. I just stacked them up on top of each other. If you do this, it helps them lay them out where they're going to go so you don't have to struggle so much.
That'd be all right, Tracy. Jeanette usually opens all the mail.
No, I don't. If it's got his name on it, I don't.
Great. If I get any mail, I got to open it in your craft room now.
No. So we're just going to do, I'm not going to use this one for this bow. You can make any kind of bow you want. I just put 5 yards of every kind of ribbon. If you want to put ribbon tails on every single pipe cleaner. Oops, wrong way. Be at about a little over 4.
These guys are killing
me. Roxanne, you're evil.
Lily says you make it look so easy, LOL.
Now, a year ago, I couldn't make bows. Honest truth. I've got wreaths up here on the wall that have no bows. He was looking at them one day. He goes, why doesn't that have a bow? And I'm like, because I made it last year when I first started. So a good way to tell if you can't see all your numbers down here is just hold these up and make sure that your loops are the same.
Or you can just make a funky bow, and then it doesn't matter if they're all the same.
Very true. We're going to make a funky bow out of what we have left. I've been using zip ties on my bows because I can't twist it real hard with my shoulder.
Patty, she's been making wreaths and selling them for
1 year.
Yep, right around a year.
It was a year in March. So make sure you hold your stack. Actually, I shouldn't have taken it out yet.
The stores are going, Roz. We just went and set up our display in the new one today. It opens May 1st.
It's a farmer's market, so everything that I'm making is food or, farm to fork. So I've made an apple grapevine, a strawberry grapevine. I've already made a peach deco mesh. So everything will be around.
Mary likes the clothespin idea to hold the ribbon.
Isn't it cool? That's even my own trick. Usually, I steal shamelessly from other people, but that one's mine.
Now, Patty, just because she's only been making wreaths for a year, we won't discuss how many that she's made in that year. A lot.
Yeah. Well, at one point I said I'm not making anything unless it's a custom request or on my live, but I still have a ton. Right now I'm doing, since the beginning of the year, I'm doing 4 lives a week. So here's your stack. It's called your stack. You don't want to lose your stack. So we're going to tighten it up, not all the way, but we want it tight to where that's not going to fall down. So all your tails come to the front. Okay, so here is where if you stacked everything up, you would have to manipulate it a lot more.
Yes, Lindy, we just went and set up our display today. We don't have any product on it yet because they're still under construction.
They're still working and it's still dusty and stuff.
But we went in today and set up our grid wall.
So you put three loops, then we're going to put one in between these two, and one in between these two, and then this one in between these two. That's what a 3-2-1 bow is. So after you have all your loops where you want them, that's when you're going to crank down on this.
Ross says, good luck. I hope you sell all your wreaths. Tracy says, Jeanette, you borrow the tools of the trade for your toolbox, not steal.
I borrowed.
That'd be a good t-shirt, Tracy.
There you go. So if you have something that's folded over, I just twist it out. Some people fluff from the bottom up. I'm usually from the top down. I just do whatever. I do both. I've done both. Now, one of these loops is not attached, but when I'm done, you won't be able to tell.
Lindy, there is most of it is food. There are a few vendors in there that's not food.
We're doing home decor.
I think there's one other home decor person in there too.
So we're just gonna, I just take my hands and we're just gonna rough it out. You always use wired ribbon. Your wreath will be a reflection of the products that you use.
Well, gee, thanks, Tracy. Tracy says I can use
that. And then I run my hands along the wire and it makes them curl under. You can twist up your little, like you can do, you roll it under, and then as you roll it, you kind of keep going, you move the edge to the side.
Okay, good night, Laura.
Good night, Laura.
See you next time.
So once you get it up this far, you pull the metal out, and it makes a little curly cue. And then if you don't like it, it will straighten right back out. Just like that. I don't ever do that to my 2.5 inch. They just don't look right that way. Okay, so we go ahead and cut off our zip tie. Oh yeah, I'll be making millions next year. Not. Okay, so decide where you want your sign. I'm more of a 4 or 5 o'clock sign person. And then if I do a big bow like this, it's usually about 11 o'clock. If I have a funky bow, they're usually switched. Not always. It kind of just depends on your design. Then you want to make sure that you attach your pipe cleaners. You want to wrap it around the frame. You don't want to wrap it around anything else. But don't pull it down real tight, or else it'll look like it's going to the depths of the black hole for the boats. So if you pulled it down like that, see how funny that looks? You just want it resting firmly on top of your wreath.
Roxanne, you seem to forget that I have mailed you stuff before, so I have your address.
We have your address.
You might want to be careful giving tips like that.
So I'm going to straighten these out just because I'm not feeling the curlies on this one. So it's wired ribbon. You can curl it up. Don't like it, curl it back down. Now we're going to put our sign on.
Then we'll be done.
Maybe.
Or you got some goodies to go in it?
I might put some goodies in there.
That weren't included in the kit?
Yeah. But you can add too, like Tracy switched out a ribbon in hers because she didn't want to use the directional ribbon. Directional ribbon is sometimes a pain in the butt because you don't want your words going one way and then in another part of the bow going a different way. They look a little funny. So everything that you attach to your wreath, you just want to make sure that it's wrapped around. I'm just wrapping this around the frame. And even a round sign, I still put 4 attachments places to it because you don't want it to rock back and forth.
Anna says the wreath is beautiful.
Thank you. And this is why I prep so much, because like we're a little bit over an hour.
Jean says, beautiful wreath. Thank you for coming on her page.
Oh, no problem, Jean. I've been trying to watch as many people as I can because after I go back to work, I always just get to watch replays. Okay. There's our sign. You can put it anywhere you want. Now, we have extra ties here. Like I said, you could put more ribbon tails, or we could do another bow. But I think if I had done a funky bow here, I'd make another funky bow and put here. But because it's a long tail bow, I don't normally mix the two. But because we have so much ribbon left, I'm just going to do something that, oops, that was cut crooked.
Where'd you go?
Hey.
By her fancy scissors, she still can't cut straight.
So these are really, I love.
Said it needs some glitter.
It's got glitter on the ribbon. Hold on, I got some goodies behind me we can stick in here.
Roxanne, if I get a glitter bomb, I'm going to blacklist both of you.
So because I didn't use this in my bow, I'm going to put 3 ribbons in the ties in the middle. You can do however you want. You can make it your own. You can add stuff to it. Where'd my, oh, there it went. Oh, what happened? I'm all bunkered up tonight.
Now Lindy's getting in on it. I guess I'm sending the glitter bomb.
Lindy, don't forget, I know I can look up your address too.
Y'all just wait.
Okay. And that's why you don't cut your tails or your pipe cleaner all the way.
I don't need you to look up where Lindy lives. I'll bet Becky knows and would tell me.
So I'm going to put my 2.5 inch in the middle. And this is optional. You could still do just the 2 together. There's just a lot of different things that you can do to make it your own. So because I put that one there, I'm not going to put one here. So we'll just cut that pipe cleaner out.
Lindy says Lindy's threatening me. She's going to hand deliver it.
Uh-oh.
I ain't afraid, Lindy. Yeah, Anna, we're just having fun. We like.
Floyd's usually an instigator.
They're ganging up on me tonight.
I think it's funny.
Oh, I'll remember that.
Thank you. Okay, so that's the end of this one. So we'll only have enough to do one more set. Like I said, all this is optional. Okay, so there's still a little bit of ribbon left if you wanted to do something with it, or
Roz wants you to do a succulent centerpiece.
My daughter, that would make my daughter very happy.
I was going to say you might have to incorporate your daughter in that.
She has plants all over her house. I do not have a green thumb. God rest my soul, my grandma.
Except for the.
But my orchid she gave me last Mother's Day is just thriving. And then she gave me an aloe plant. It's growing huge. Had to replant it twice. She's like, you want another plant? I'm like, no, 2's enough. Thank you. I just usually just turn my ends down when I do it like this. Like I said, if I had made a funky bow, I'd have made, with the leftover ribbon, I'd have made another funky bow. Because if you ever watch Damon, his signature is 3 funky bows. Okay.
Rob says artificial, LOL, no green thumb here.
I can't believe that this orchid is still alive.
It's already bloomed once and it had like 7 blooms on it and they lasted forever. Well, now they're finally starting to fall off. It's got like 6 more buds on it ready to bloom again.
It's got on the other stem.
Great.
So you can add, not my popsicles. Oh, we'll do the little hat.
She's getting out of the box now are not included in the kit. But if you buy the kit and put the wreath together, you can go buy whatever you want to throw in it.
Yep. So I got a little Sam's hat here. I'm not going to glue them in tonight. I'm just going to stick them in there.
I don't know if our address is on.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
They are finicky. I'm surprised I got it to live.
This orchid must love our house for some reason, because.
Well, my daughter said, because I have it on the end of my counter that's right next to my sliding glass door. She said because it got cold, it shocked it into blooming because it bloomed very early. Okay, so I got some little pom-poms. Oh. Get in there without not messing up my mesh too much. There we go. This is going to go down here.
For the hat, huh?
Yep. Right in the middle of the ribbons. One more.
You got all kinds of stuff in that box over there.
I do. This is the first year that I have goodies saved from the previous year because I just started last year. Okay, go
We
ahead.
have totes and totes of goodies from previous seasons.
And when Walmart puts their stuff on clearance, I go crazy. I didn't have to hardly buy anything for Easter this year. Okay, go ahead and switch the camera.
And you still did.
I know, but they had good stuff. Where's Betty Ross? So I can't pick it up real big because I didn't glue my stuff in.
She'll change it by tomorrow.
I might. You never know. I might because these aren't like that. So, but it's cute. You can, do your own thing. You can not put any embellishments on it if that's not your, your style. If you wanted it more rustic, you could put some pip berries in there. Those little things. But it's festive.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
But you can make it your own. Just because you buy, a kit doesn't mean that you can't make it. You think you got it, Sandy? Great. Thank you. If you have any problems, Sandy, or if you need help, if you need me to come over and make your bow, I will.
If you need any help at all, just get a hold of us. Now, she will be going back to work.
Yeah.
She'll fit you in.
Yep. Thanks, guys. I had a great night. You guys were chatting. Had lots of people. So don't forget we have kits available on my Etsy. Also, if you're interested in a very small setting, more casual, we talk about in my private group called Backroom Glitter Gang. It's $9.99 a month, and you get 2 tutorials, 2 lives. Not just, I don't tape my tutorials. You get 2 live tutorials a week, so that's 8 a month, and we talk about how to match the color of your ribbon to your signs. We do all kinds of different projects.
Like the butterfly wreath? Like
the butterfly that I showed earlier. We just do a lot of different things in there. And basically the girls tell me what they want to see. And we've already got a calendar for the next couple of weeks planned out of all the stuff they want to see. I do florals in there.
Good night, Roz. Yep, we'll be here Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming and hanging out, and happy crafting. Night.